but it's not as if you ain't got a load of other material to go over.
Yeah, don't worry. It's fine.
People always go, oh no, my lesson didn't record. And I'm like, oh, if only there were 700 videos online.
That's fine. It's fine.
People are like, what am I going to do for my homework? And I was just like, do you know what I mean? And when I've said to people, can you go over this for next week? And they don't have it, I'm a bit like, oh, so funny. But funnily enough, when I need you to do something or listen to it, people are like, oh yeah, sorry, didn't get it done. But when, for whatever reason, the class accidentally doesn't record, they seem to think like the world is out of balance or something. Good. So for me, unfortunately, we are having a few problems at the moment.
Malheureusement, nous avons plusieurs problèmes à ce moment.
Now, I've told you this many times. Listen to Lukey. Listen. En ce moment. I told you this last time I was walking down Mill Lane with you. Listen. En ce moment is at the moment. Say for me, en ce moment.
En ce moment.
A very temporary at the moment is just for the moment, is pour le moment. Can I hear that?
Pour le moment.
Lovely. A very, very temporary at the moment. So just right now, for the moment, if it's à ce moment, it is part of a greater expression, which is à ce moment-là, which means, well, at that moment in time. Do you know what I mean? Now, if it's a little bit more grandiose, so like, when I was young, so we just got married, and in those days, whatever, if you'd just been released from prison, Graham had come and got me, whatever, in those days, talking about, whatever, then you could use the word époque. Cette époque and all this business. But you're not going to say époque for like last week. So I saw Luke, I just come out of the station. At that point there, he parked around the back. I wouldn't use époque for that because we're in the same époque as we are now, basically, yeah? So à ce moment-là, so it's like, I saw Luke, he came out, he then saw Chris Hemsworth, basically trying to give him his number. And Luke said, I can't, Chris, I've got to go and teach Tess. I know. But at that moment, Chris Hemsworth got on all fours and begged and said, please, Luke, please. That would be à ce moment-là. That would be à ce moment-là. All right. But en ce moment is the 99% winner. Say for me, en ce moment.
En ce moment.
Good. As with any French, like this is a general rule, as with any French, don't learn it via the consonants. Learn it via the vowels. En ce moment. Good. I need to find something. No, I need to put on something because although the sky is blue, I'm cold. I need to put something on because although the sky is blue, I'm cold.
J'ai besoin de mettre quelque chose habillé. Not quite.
Learn to bloody listen, you primary school level intellect. I need to put something on because although the sky is blue, the weather is cold. I'm cold. Whole thing all the way through.
J'ai besoin de mettre quelque chose sur... struggling, hang on. Putting on something to wear. I was just s'habiller. That's getting dressed, but I can't quite piece it together.
What? No, there's no piecing it together because you haven't got anything to piece the fucking together. What was the second clause? What was the second bit? I need to put something on. Why? What did I say? Why? Tell me the English. What did I say?
Because it's blue sky. But
listen to me. You basic bitch. All of you, particularly Catherine, love Pascha. All of you think the only thing that can link two clauses is Pascha. There are loads of conjunctions. Tandis que, puisque, vu que, étant donné que. Pascha is just the whore of the family. But we're not always going to use Pascha. Yeah, we're not always going to use Pascha. So I gave you, we could have as long as, à condition que. We could have, provided that, pourvu que. Yeah, there's a whole fucking family. And I said, although. I didn't say because. Although. What's the words for although? We've done it many times. What's the words for although? Bien que.
Bien que.
And what follows bien que?
Subjunctive.
There we fucking go. So we've done it before. So bien que. Yeah, Bianca, Ricky, Bianca, Mrs. Tenders. Bianca is going to be followed by the subjunctive. So although the sky is blue, gone.
Bien que le soleil est bleu.
Stand still. Say for me normal French, the sky is blue.
Le ciel est bleu.
Gorgeous sliding, I might add. What's the verb in le ciel est bleu?
Verb to be.
Great. What's the to be verb in the subjunctive test?
Sorry, yeah.
Off you go. Although, that's it. Although the sky is blue, go.
Bien que le soir soit bleu.
Le ciel soit bleu. Yeah. Yeah.
Bien que le ciel soit bleu.
Now, this is going to sound really, really odd. As happy as I am when you guys manage subjunctives, it ain't an impressive thing in French. It's just another tense. It's not a tense formally, it's a mood. But it's seen as like a tense. So you can't be like, aha. You've just got to say it with the same rhythm as, he spoke to Tess. Il a parlé avec Tess. I'm happy he spoke to Tess. Ouais, je suis content qu'il ait parlé avec Tess. It's just got to be the same. It can't be ta-da about it. Lovely. Lovely. Yeah. I'm cold. What's I'm cold?
J'ai soif.
That's I'm thirsty. You're drunk. What's
yeah,
I'm
thirsty,
cold?
Sorry, no.
J'ai froid. That's lovely, right? Okay, good. Okay, lovely. All right. I have a new obsession. I think I need to buy more trainers. I'm turning into a right little trainer pike here. I'm liking oh, I don't want trainers that are a different colour than my tracksuit, man. Seriously, I'm getting down with the Kilburn High Road Massive. So say for me, I have a new obsession. I want to buy more trainers. Trainers as in sneakers, as in sports shoes, yeah?
J'ai une obsession nouvelle.
Pause, correct grammar, but if it's, correct gender, but if it's nouvelle, it's one of those words which go, I can't speak, one of those words which goes before, yes? Yeah, j'ai une nouvelle obsession, yeah? Nouvelle is one of the words which precedes, yeah? Off you go. I have a new obsession, go.
J'ai une nouvelle obsession.
Can we have it without the fanny fart and hiccup in the middle? J'ai une nouvelle obsession.
J'ai une nouvelle obsession.
God, something smells gorgeous. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? That is amazing. I love floral perfumey stuff, but often it gets really heady and oody nowadays. But God, that's lovely. God, that's really lovely. God, I've gone all heterosexual for a moment. It'll leave me soon, don't we? Oh, that's better. Lovely. Okay, good. Good. I'm going to go out. I want to know that my key is in my pocket. I'm going to go out. I want to know. Oh, sorry, we didn't quite finish the trainer thing. So could you please say for me, I have a new obsession, j'ai une nouvelle obsession. I want to buy lots of trainers. I want to buy lots of trainers.
Je veux... okay, sorry, the whole thing.
Oh, no, just give me, I want to buy, just give me, I want to buy lots of trainers. I want to buy lots of trainers.
Je vais acheter beaucoup de...
Careful, I want to buy, not I'm going to buy. I want to buy. Just because you want it doesn't mean you can have it. You remember that from childhood? Yeah, I want to buy.
Je vais
I want!
Je...
This is a bloody clue that you are navigating by consonants. What is I want? From the verb vouloir. From the verb vouloir.
Je vois.
No, that's I see, or you've now brought a third one into the bloody frame. What's I see?
Je
vois. Shush. Copy. I see. Je vois.
Je vois. Je vois.
I see. Don't say like you know what you're on about. You've made 4 terrible, hideous primary school level errors. Don't say It's a hideous trick. You do it. Stephen Savoury does it, and who else has started doing it? It's people that basically hide their shame. They've made disgusting low-level intellect mistakes, and they do these like, okay, yeah, oh, interesting. Oh, interesting, Luke. Interesting, Luke. I'm going to pretend you've just told me something new, rather than I've known that for a fucking year and a half. So say for me, I see. Je vois.
Je vois.
I live. Je vis.
Je vis.
Although, to be fair, we'd use j'habite quite commonly. I go, je vais.
Je vais.
I want, je veux.
Je veux.
What do they all have in common, Tess, my love? What do they not have in common? Fucking vowels. Go again. I want. Random order. I want, je veux.
Je veux.
Good job. Focus on the vowel. I see.
Je vois.
Good. Focus on the vowel. I'm going.
Je vais.
There you go. That as a model. Finish it off. Do me the 4. I live. Je
vis.
Lovely. That as a model is how you should be working in French anyway. Genuinely. That is seriously how you should be considering all French sentences. The fucking middle, not the beginning. Good. Lovely. So I want to buy lots of trainers. What's the word for trainers? I don't mean trainer as in, like, you know, personal trainer or, you know, like in a gym situation. That would be like an entraîneur or an entraîneuse. I mean, like, what's the word for trainer if it's... Chaussures de sport would do. Chaussures de sport would do. Or we've got basically, you know, one second. My darling, you got to come in a little bit. You're going to get crushed. These fucking cyclists that are like, there's a whole A5 of traffic behind them. God, these bloody cyclists. I'm a cyclist, but you just, well, I was before my knees died, but you just get out of the way of the car. I'm not saying you have to like hide, but like don't literally go up a bloody A5 road to the motorway in the middle of the fucking lane. Do you know what I'm saying? Like with a fucking 14 buses waiting for you because your fat ass can't go up a hill. That's just, no. But she's obviously of the Instagram generation, so she thinks she's the most important thing in the world. Right,
Yeah.
off you go. So what's the word for trainers that we want, Tess? We can have either chaussures de sport, or we can say tennis, which is from the word tennis, or we can say basket, which is from the word basketball. So say for me, I need my trainers. J'ai besoin de mes tennis.
J'ai besoin de mes tennis.
Nice, Join. You've really got this lovely lazy mouth nicely down. I need my... J'ai besoin de mes baskets. Go on, j'ai besoin de mes baskets.
J'ai besoin des... I'm sorry. J'ai besoin des baskets.
J'ai besoin de mes. J'ai besoin de mes.
De mes. J'ai besoin de mes baskets.
That's lovely. All that happened there was you were really endeavouring to focus on the vowels, and we just went a smidge too far, and we needed to remember which consonants we were doing, but not banging them, not de me, just j'ai besoin de me. So that was just, you were trying so hard to go with the consonants, clap, 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 well done, but we just need to remember a little bit what our tongue would. It's basically within a millimetre one way and a millimetre one way. What is my tongue and my teeth? What are my tongue and my teeth doing? For de me rather than me de. That's what it is. Millimetre either way. Me de me, you know, that's what a consonant is, isn't it? Good. Mm-hmm. That's it. That's all it is. It's a tiny, tiny bit of mouth movement. It's not a big de me in French. Lovely. Good. Yes. Next bit. What was I going to say? I've just written an amusing email. It's all kicking off with the old folk in the Shire, I have to say. We've got some woman from the home at the back of us who's parked her van in my car parking space. Oh, God, World War III, I shouldn't joke, but World War III is broken out. So lovely. So say for me, I've just written a funny email.
Je viens d'écrire un email joli.
That would be a pretty email, and it would be un joli email. So je viens d'écrire un email. Well done on email. You will also have courrier électronique. But what's the other one? Je viens d'écrire un email amusant.
Amusant.
Copy me, yeah. Copy me. Don't read the word. Copy me on the sound. Imitate me. Amusant.
Amusant.
Lovely, correct vowels. Perfect. Copy me. Don't read the word. Marrant.
Marrant.
That's it. Perfect copying. You copy the tones perfectly. When you copy tones, you copy perfectly. When people try and read the word that they're hearing. So when people hear me, try and think what it looks like, then try and read it, they read with their own accents, which is to be understood, you know. It's understandable. If you imitate me, you imitate French, and then it sounds perfect. Okay. Can you say for me, rigolo? Can you say rigolo?
Rigolo.
Lovely vowels, Tess. Absolutely exquisite. Rigolo. Lovely. Can you give me the fourth one? The fourth one. Notice the fourth one, not the first, the second, or the third. Drôle.
Drôle.
Lovely. So basically, in order of usage, amusant is really common. Marrant is really common. Rigolo is really common. Drôle is my fourth choice. Don't use drôle for funny. I'm not a fan of it. Marrant, marrante, amusant, amusante. You know, rigolo, rigolote. They've all got a feminine form, yeah. So I wrote a funny email. Email is masculine. Alors j'ai écrit un email amusant. Slide it together for me. Je viens d'écrire un email amusant. Okay.
Je viens d'écrire un email amusant.
Nice. No. Amusant. No, amusant. Just be aware that as an English first language speaker, your mouth is going to want to make it feminine because your mouth likes consonants. So amusant. Good. Okay. Somebody chose to park their van behind my house. Somebody chose to park their van behind my house. Basically, what it is, it's so obvious, is that the manageress of there's like that there's like, there's that big abandoned rotting house that's at the back of my house, that like stately home that's been abandoned, which is tragic. There's another little house which used to belong to that called the Muse, which has like learning difficulty kids and stuff in there. We see them loads. They come through, they've got hens. I'll buy them like a little hen toy or something for Christmas and stuff. They're really nice kids. Yeah, the manageress there can't drive to save her life. So we've always thought those kids will die. That van will come off the road. And she's scraped all the side of the van, and she's basically sneakily parked it on my car park space at the back. Because she doesn't want the owner of the company to see that she's done this to the van. And if she just said to me, Luke, I've kind of twatted the van up, do you mind if I hide the van from the boss? I'd be like, of course, my darling. Do we need to kill anybody? Do we need to bury any bodies? Do I need to cover it in a tarpaulin and leaves? Do you know what I mean? Do you need an alibi? Because that's how I roll. But if she just doesn't ask my permission and basically just sticks her fucking van in my car parking space, when she's previously been the one to have a go at us for parking in places, I'm like, no, then shit's going to happen. So say for me, the verb to park. What is the verb to park? You know the verb to park. What is? Where do you park cars? Now you would say in Swansea with no wheels on bricks, but where do people traditionally park cars beginning with the G?
Garage.
Thank you. So what is the verb that comes from?
Garager.
You guys always do that. What's the word to wash?
Se laver.
Good. So laver if you're washing something else. Good, Tess. Nice instinct on the reflexive. Very impressive. What is the washing? What's the noun of laver? It's lava.
Lavant.
Lavage.
Lavage, sorry.
Lovely. Lavage. Great. So in other words, we take A and then we go to age. We take A and we go to age. There is a albino Afro-Caribbean heritage 6-foot girl who I've seen a couple of times, who's got waist-length, curly, bright, goldy orange hair and white skin, and full-on curvy-ass black body, who is just a fucking goddess of difference and interest, who's just walked down the road. She's so fucking cool. Oh my god. Such a cool-looking girl. Yeah, so in other words, if we have the verb garer, and then we get garage. So if I gave you an age, go the other way. So if I gave you, thank you, if I said laver, what's washing?
Lavage.
Great. If I gave you massage, could you reverse engineer it for me, Tess, and tell me what the verb to massage is?
Yep. Oh, no. Massage.
Yep. No, you've been daft.
No. Sorry,
no.
Because I've got lavage
no,
now in my head.
No, isn't. You haven't got anything in your head. That's why we're here. Massage. So listen, lavage from laver. Yeah, rinçage from rincer. Garage from garer. Spot the bloody pattern. It's not hard.
Yeah.
Massage. That's it. And all of you say massage. Massage is from masse. The verb to massage is masse, not massage gives us massage. Is that clear? Good.
Yes.
So say for me the verb to park then. So garage is what you park. Is where you park. So what's the verb to park?
Garer.
Gorgeous. So here's how it works. Like any other shit in French, if I park something in particular, reflexive. Not reflexive. I parked the car. J'ai garé la voiture. I parked, no mention of what was parked. Je me suis garé. Yep, it's that simple. J'ai garé le camion. I parked the truck. Je me suis garé. It's that simple. So if I say she parked, am I saying in she parked what she was parking? Am I saying what she was parking? No. So what will that be then? Lovely. But is it not elle se sent, elle s'est garée. Elle s'est garée.
Elle s'est garée. Yeah.
That's it. Elle s'est garée. Okay. That's it. All right. So say for me, elle s'est garée.
Elle s'est garée.
Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Behind my house.
Dessus mon
Not underneath my house. That's in my
derrière.
bedroom sex basement.
Sorry.
We don't have anybody going there. So say for me, behind my house.
Derrière mon
Good, my
maison.
house. And again.
Derrière mon maison.
Feminine house.
Derrière ma maison.
Lovely. And again.
Derrière ma maison.
That's lovely. All right. Derrière ma maison. Lovely. Elle s'est garée derrière la maison. Without
C'est
asking.
garé derrière ma maison.
Without asking. Without asking.
Sans demandant.
Pause. Sans is a preposition. Yeah? And most prepositions, with the exception of en, use the infinitive afterwards. Yeah? Here's a trick for remembering how en doesn't. En likes an en. I know that is so dumb, but could you just say that for me? En likes an en.
En likes
an en. So when you have an en as an en, so if you said in speaking to Tess, you're going to say en parlant. We have ant. Can you see what I mean by en likes an en there? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. If I said, I know it sounds so dumb, any other preposition, a plus a verb will be infinitive, de plus a verb will be infinitive, whatever, all these verbs plus will be infinitive. Yeah, it will be infinitive. All right. So, hiya, just those, please. Thank you ever so much. Yeah. So, how would you say without looking?
En regardant.
Pardon me 1 second. Your disappointment. You just need a moment from it. Thanks. Can I have a receipt, please? I might have gotten the wrong ones. Great. Thanks. Is sans the en? Is sans en?
Sans, no.
No. And so I told you what happens with all other.
Okay. Sorry. So sans with an infinitive. Sans regarder.
Okay. That's lovely. Sorry. That's lovely, lovely. Thank you very much. Yes, please. Yeah, thanks. Thank you very much. Lovely. So sans. Thank you very much. Cheers. Thank you very much. Cheers. Good. So sans plus infinitive. So, Luke did it without looking. Luke l'a fait sans regarder. Shot blindly at Meghan Markle. With Cupid's arrow, because obviously shooting someone is wrong and evil. Lovely. Luke went out without talking to me. Without talking to me. How are we going to say without talking to me?
Sans me parler.
Good job. In talking to me. In talking to me, Luke has discovered that I'm a mindless ninny, but with an amusing brain. Off you go. In talking to me. How would you say in talking to me? Which is going to be my en. What does en like?
En parlant.
Lovely. In talking to me.
En parlant avec moi.
Yes, but that's a bit of a cheat. En me parlant. Yeah.
En me parlant.
So de likes an infinitive. A likes an infinitive. Sans likes an infinitive. Pour likes an infinitive. We can obviously shove pronouns before these infinitives. Pour me voir. Il continue à me voir. Il est content de me voir. The only ones that we really don't would be the en. Yeah, good, lovely. So she parked there without asking me. Doing the whole thing. She parked there without asking me.
Elle s'est garée là. Sans me parler.
Yeah, without asking me, but
asking. Yeah. Sans me demander.
Lovely. Now, don't use your vowels because your vowels is what you're known for. Sans me demander.
Sans me demander.
Lovely. All right. Elle s'est garée là sans me. Oh, elle s'y est garée sans me demander. Lovely. How do you say the shame? How do you say the shame? As in the shame of it. The shame. La honte.
La honte.
Nice vowel copying. So what do we notice about la honte? Firstly, we've got an H word that doesn't join to the L. There are a couple. Hatred, la haine. Yeah, la honte. Yep. So it's la honte. Oh, la honte. So it's not like shame as in oh, what a shame. No, that would be like quel dommage. This is shame, as in the shame you brought your family kind of thing. Or as I used to call it, every Christmas card and birthday card I've ever had. But basically, la honte, quelle honte, what a shame you brought, So if you went to the toilets and you came out and you had your skirt, no, because that would be normal in Swansea. If your skirt were below your knee and you were wearing knickers and you came out of the toilets in Swansea and they went, look at her over there with a full skirt and her underwear on. What shame. She's bringing the name of Swansea into disrepute. That would be quelle honte. Oh, la honte. But we don't tend to say quelle honte, we just tend to say la honte, the shame. La honte. So say it for me, la honte.
La honte.
Shameful. Seamus is how we say it. I used to shag a bloke with Seamus. So say
Really?
Yeah, but he spelt it in this stupid London way, Shamus. He was a really nice guy, actually. It's really sad. He'd been a banker and he got hit by a London bus in the Square Mile. And he wasn't like a completely fucking useless, but he had a degree of brain injury. He was a lovely guy, and every time he remembered that we were dating. He completely remembered anything I'd ever said to him, but he had no visual memory of what I looked like unless he checked his phone. So he knew that he fancied me. He knew that we had a relationship, and yeah, and he collected really cool art. But every single time I saw him, he was like, his brain would go, "Oh, that's what you look like." So if I was having a really good day, he'd have this look on his face like, "Oh, you look really nice." And if I was having I'd been up all night, like dog rough, whatever, he'd be like, I could tell his face was like, "Is this who I'm dating?" Like seriously, it's the only area. I mean, everything else is completely normal. It's just ever so slightly less super quick that he had been. He was just a little bit more chill. But don't get me wrong, he was completely compos mentis. He was just yeah. Anyway, yeah. So say for me, unfortunately,
malheureusement.
Okay, there was an accident when he was 30, I think. Yes. No, when he was 27. There was an accident when he was 37. 27. There was an accident when he was 27.
Hier? No, there was.
There was. Now, this is where, what do I always say? This is a bit more advanced. When isn't was. When it's referring to a one-off. So was, when it isn't was, is when it's referring to a one-off. So that would be il y a eu. And that's when we use the passé composé. I've told you this before. So say for example, I said, when Luke opened the door, I was cold. That's not as a description, that's a change is taking place. So that would be j'ai eu froid. J'ai eu froid, yeah? Mm-hmm. But most of the time, was in English is going to give me, you're in perfect tense, but not all the time, yeah? Not all the time.
Yeah.
Good. Right, so say for me, so unfortunately,
malheureusement,
now your il y a expression could just as well go into all the other il y a eu, il y avait eu, there had been. So the least used one is il y a eu. Yeah, il y a eu. Let me hear it, il y a eu.
Il y a eu.
Lovely. So you'll translate that as il y a. Sorry, shut up, sorry, Luke. You translate that as there was. But remember that it could just as well be il y a eu. All right, il y a eu. Good. I'm going to walk home. I'm going to change direction. I'm going to walk home. I'm going to change direction.
Je vais marcher chez moi.
Yeah, je vais rentrer chez moi.
Oh, je vais rentrer chez moi et je vais changer de direction.
When you change, it just happens to use the verb de. Changer de direction. Je vais changer de direction. Je vais changer de direction. I'm going to change trains. Je vais changer de train. Although notice, incidentally, when you say changer de train, you can also just use the expression. Have you ever been to Paris and noticed that we have two signs on our metros? We have sortie and correspondance. Because when you faire the correspondance, you basically have, it means that you're basically getting another service. Yeah, okay. So say for me, je suis say for me, yeah, so that's like j'ai fait la correspondance. That's like I jumped on another train. But generally, change. So I'm going to change supplier, for example. Say for me, je vais changer de fournisseur. Je vais changer de fournisseur.
Je vais changer de fournisseur.
Good. What was the nice copying? Now you're copying vowels. My God, one of the reasons I get you all into vowels is not for your vowels; it's so you can copy my vowels. Lovely. What's the vowel that I can hear beauty? What's the word I can hear for what's the verb that has given me the word supply? Yeah, supplier. What verb is in fournisseur? What verb is coming from that? Fournir. Fournir, which is where we get furnish from in English. Yeah. Okay. Fournir, to furnish. All right. So basically, you know, fournisseur is just the provider. Yeah, my internet provider. Yeah, fournisseur. Fourni, it's like finish. Fini, finissant, finissez, finisse. Fourni, fournissant, fournissez, fournisse. Lovely. All right. Good. So changer de. So I'm going to change my route, I suppose, or route for our American friend. So in theory, although you could say changer ma route, it's better to say je vais changer de route. Yeah, okay, je vais changer de route. Okay, lovely.
Je vais changer de route.
Because it's sunny. Yeah, because it's
sunny. Il fait
du soleil.
Du soleil.
So now use your slidey vowel powers and come on the journey with me. Il fait du soleil. Come on the vowel journey with me.
Il fait du soleil.
Nice, Tess. Honest to God, one of the best I've had all week. Now use that roller coaster to remember shit rather than IFDS. Il fait du soleil. That won't stick. Good. So say to me, il fait du soleil.
Il fait du soleil.
Nice. Good. Lovely. I love gardens, as you know.
J'aime les jardins, comme tu sais.
Flawless, slide, perfect vowel, flawless. Okay. It's always a pleasure to see a park, but in spring, I just like walking around seeing the gardens around sort of West Hampstead and places like that. It's just nice to walk through the burbs, man, and look at the gardens. So say for me, it's always a pleasure to see a park. Do that for me. It's always a pleasure to see a park.
C'est toujours un plaisir de voir un parc.
Tess, nice. Now, don't get into one vowel over another. So don't go, c'est toujours un plaisir de voir. So that in that sentence, you were really loving the upper stuff. Correct. But don't forget we need to say toujours. It's like I said, if you think of our friends Gabby and our friends Jason in the group, Gabby's got the twangier feminine voice, you know, hi, and Jason's got the richer masculine voice, oh, you know. So it's basically, as someone speaking, you kind of need to be hearing both of those tones. Individually, it would feel daft, and individually, it wouldn't feel like Tess. Because if you went tu, it wouldn't feel like Tess. If you went le, it wouldn't feel like Tess. If you like put things together though, tu voulais venir, it feels French rather than, you know, good. My God, people always think they're not. People always think that they're going to die over winter, but if you've got a well-placed osteospermum, it can survive like a mofo. Hang on. Just take a little cheeky picture. That's lovely. I like this flower, but I want a darker colour for my friend Sal. Sal likes like Victorian dark maroons and reds and everything. There's anything pastel pink, and Sal's the one I popped in the group discussion, you know, the one that bought me that piss pot present. Do you know the one I mean?
So.
Yeah. So you mean, Luke, I have to confess I don't keep up to date with the group posts. That's what you mean, don't you?
It's true.
It's true. You just like to take rather than give. I know. But don't worry, the Lord will remember. And by Lord, I mean me. So off you go. So say for me, I like this flower, but I want a darker colour.
J'aime cette fleur, mais je veux une couleur plus...
You've done it before.
I know, I can't remember the word.
Plus foncé. F-O-N-C-E acute. Plus foncé.
Plus foncé.
Give me the word for light. Clair.
Clair.
Say for me light blue, bleu clair.
Bleu clair.
Give me the word for dark blue, bleu foncé.
Bleu foncé.
Give me light pink, rose clair.
Rose clair.
Good. Give me the word for dark pink. Well, to be fair, we'd say fuchsia or something, but rose foncé.
Rose foncé.
Good. Incidentally, it's a small bit of grammar. Bit of thing on colour. If the colour that you're referring to is actually named after a noun, such as like orange or brown when we use chestnut, like marron rather than brun, you don't actually ever adapt it. So if you said the sky is blue, obviously masculine, so bleu. If you said the car is blue, la page est bleue, obviously that bleu will be spelt bleue, correct? And obviously some of them you'll hear the difference. Vert, verte, gris, grise. If you have, you know, the car is orange, la voiture est orange, fine, you wouldn't hear a difference anyway, like rouge, because it ends in an E anyway. But if you said the cars are orange, les voitures sont orange, then you're going to hear orange. You're going to go, oh, hang on, cars are plural, so does it need an S on the end of the orange? No, because on this occasion, orange is a noun, which we've turned into an adjective, so you continue to write it as a noun. So, les voitures sont orange, no S on the end. Unless I'm very much mistaken, but I'm fairly sure that you do, unless that's exceptional. Now you've got me double thinking. Marron. No, I'm sure you don't. Marron, you don't. So another rule is if you say light blue, bleu clair, bleu foncé, all of this business, when it's like a compound colour, you don't change the spelling of the bleu either. So if you said the car is light blue, la voiture est bleu clair, or the car is dark blue, la voiture est bleu foncé, you wouldn't write bleu with an E because it's part of the compound light blue, dark blue. Just a couple of little things, bits of grammar about colour. Good. So say for me, I can smell all the plants. Off you go. I can smell all the plants.
J'ai besoin de
I can smell. I can smell. I can. Yeah.
Je peux pas sentir les
sentir. Go on.
Je peux sentir
all the plants. Slow. All the plants. All the plants. Good.
Je peux sentir.
Listen, Tess, get rid of the white noise, clean it up in the mouth, just be focusing on the vowels. I can smell all the plants. And again?
Je peux sentir.
No, we've done it already. What's the verb to smell? Sentir.
Sentir.
All the plants.
Je peux sentir toutes les plantes.
Feminine? Plant.
Plante.
Good. Plant is P-L-A-N-T-E. Yeah, so je peux sentir toutes les plantes. Go on.
Je peux sentir toutes les plantes.
Good. Be interested in the vowels. Good. Je peux sentir toutes les plantes. Lovely. We could also say j'arrive à, because as you know, it's a temporary right now. I can, j'arrive à. Good. Lovely. If you've, and also this, we don't need to get in the way. Alors, je peux sentir toutes les plantes. You know, we don't need to get in the way. Je peux sentir toutes les plantes. Good. There was a florist next to the tube. Devastating. Kilburn Florist. Oh God, it's amazing. There was a florist, not a forest. There was a florist next to the tube.
Il y a eu un fleuriste.
Pause now. I'm loving that your mouth has remembered il y a eu. But on this occasion, it's not a change taking place. It's a description. There was ongoing. Yes, il y avait. Yeah.
Il y avait un fleuriste près de le métro.
Your bloody level is what?
Près du métro.
Good. Tell me, and I've given you this rule many times. If you don't remember it, I shall slap your ass. When do we not say de? When do we say de le? Pardon me. When is one time that we can say de le? What is the rule of when you can say de le without it becoming du? What is the rule of when you can say a and le without it becoming o? There's very, very specific rule for this. You do know this.
Can't remember.
Is it A, when we're drunk and can't be bothered? Is it B, if we're on a promise and we're trying to get a lipstick on and we don't care? Or is it C, if the in question is referring to a pronoun, i.e. it is not the word the? Which of those three do you think it is, Tess?
The last one.
It is indeed, as you've been told many fucking times. So in other words, I've just seen him. Je viens de le voir. Does this sound correct?
Je viens de le voir, yeah.
Yes, because the le here, although it matches the word the, it's a pronoun. The le means him. It represents something else. It's replacing a noun of the man, the boy, whatever, Tess's Coke dealer, whatever. You know, the fact is, if you've got I come from the market, je viens du marché, the de and the le here, the le is a the. So je viens du marché. Good, 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 good. So say for me, I've just seen him.
Je viens de le voir.
Go on, I've just seen him.
Je viens de le voir.
Great accent. I've just seen her.
Je viens de la voir.
Nice. Don't stress it. I'll hear it. If you want to stress it, go to a sharper vowel. Don't bang the vowel. I'll hear it, I promise you. Je viens de la voir. Say for me, I've just seen them.
Je viens de les voir.
Je viens what?
Je viens de les voir.
Gorgeous. Je viens de les voir. Make the clarity on the A vowel, not the L. Lovely. And yet elsewhere, what would de and lay become? If I said, I'm coming from the shops, de and lay would form together to make?
They.
That's it. See the difference?
Yeah.
Good. Excellent. Lovely, lovely. Give me a little bit more. I'm hungry. Well, because I'm awake, but because I can see the fish and chip shop, which does gluten-free. So say for me, I'm hungry because I can see my favorite shop. I'm hungry because I can see my favorite shop.
J'ai faim parce que je peux voir mon magasin favori.
Good. Okay. I discovered 3 months ago that I can eat there.
J'ai découvert
I discovered 3 months ago that I can work there. I discovered 3 months ago that I can work there.
J'ai découvert.
No, once
no.
I've opened.
Ouvrez.
No, we do this every fucking week. J'ai ouvert.
Vert.
And again.
J'ai ouvert.
Lovely. Now say for me, I've covered. J'ai
découvert.
I've covered, not discovered.
Sorry.
You had your chance. You fucked it up. So go back to I've covered. J'ai
couvert.
I've discovered. J'ai
découvert.
That's lovely. All right. I have. I have. Can I remind you why this verb is a bit of a pain in the arse? Let's just stick with ouvrir for a second. The infinitive works like an IR. Ouvrir. Yeah? But we haven't got anything remotely resembling finir or sortir. We haven't got a past tense ouvrir. So the infinitive works like an IR. The past tense works like an irregular, as in j'ai ouvert. This ERT is all rather odd, isn't it? Yeah? The present tense works like an ER verb. Imagine, if you will, the verb were ouvrer, and the verb would be, ouvre, 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 ouvrant, ouvrez, ouvre. That's what it would be like if it was an ER verb, all right? But it's not. So can you please say for me, j'ai ouvert.
J'ai ouvert.
Use vowels. Remember, vowels are your new superpower. I open, j'ouvre.
J'ouvre.
Tu ouvres.
Tu ouvres.
Il ouvre.
Il ouvre.
Nous ouvrons.
Nous ouvrons.
Vous ouvrez.
Vous ouvrez.
Ils ouvrent.
Ils ouvrent.
So you've got the same concept. You've got when you're in the infinitive, think of an IR. When you're in the past, think of an irregular. And when you're in the present tense, think of an ER. So we could add a C to it. Couvrir. J'ai couvert. Present tense, I cover. Je couvre. Tu couvres. Il couvre. Nous couvrons. Vous couvrez. Il couvre. We could do the same thing with naughty, naughty, naughty. I've just seen bloody Greg Wise, as in Emma Thompson's husband. He lives around here. Zoom down West End Lane with a freaking helmet on. God bless him. Naughty, naughty, naughty. So discover. Découvre. Découvre. Découvrons. Découvrez. Découvre. Yeah. Okay.
Découvre.
Lovely. Good. Yes. So say for me, I have discovered.
J'ai découvert.
Say what?
Découvre.
No, you daft
Hang on.
bitch. No, there's no hang on. You've lost. No, when you say okay or hang on or yes or thank you, no, what you should say is forgive me. Do you remember Superman 1 when they got spun off into fucking the Phantom Zone? There's the three of them, General Zod and whatever the gormless one with the beard, and Eartha, and she go forgive me as they go off into the Phantom Zone. That's what you should be saying. You should be saying, Luke, I don't know how the hell I've got a job teaching because I just don't bloody listen. You've just spent 2 minutes bloody explaining this to me. Go and listen to your class again. And if it hasn't come on the recording, alas, or Ella in French, get your ass on the bloody word reference and look at the spellings of ouvrir. Good, be gone, return whence you came. I banish thee, demon.
All right. Thanks, lovely.